Hello everybody, this is meteorologist Andrew Pinero with a unusual live stream. Usually Tuesdays are my games and storms live stream, but I happen to be scheduled to work on the day that I usually don't work, but I'm still going live for you guys here. Let's take a peek outside. There's some pretty nice skies out there. More so to the east. But when we look to the west, sun's setting in the west, there's some clouds on the way in there. There's the sun. So, what are we expecting? Well, today, not really too much. Partly sunny skies, very cool. The temperature right now, let me see if I can find that. Come on, it can go. There we go. 79. 79 degrees is much more tolerable than 89. But we may be seeing a bit of a warm-up. So what's happening with the weather is we're seeing tomorrow a low-pressure system come in. And this is, some of the forecast models have been going back and forth with some of these. It was originally going to be all day Wednesday. Then when I was working over the weekend, the forecast models looked like it was going to be more so overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning. Then the Wednesday afternoon's fine. But now it looks like it's backing off again with the timing, and it looks like it's going to be a bit more Wednesday morning as the heart of it, but still lingering into Wednesday afternoon. And that's going to be some showers, some storms. I haven't looked at the Storm Prediction Center at the moment just because I been working on my other job the past 4 hours. But what happens with that, usually there's an elevated risk of some severe weather potential. But that's more so just for some, as things fall apart over. I have a, to keep the sun from really hitting my eyes, I have my my sun shield up. What was that, Raymond? Maybe? There we go. It really is irrelevant for the Catskills and the capital region of just the storminess. It just all happens on specifics of if a storm happens to come over you. If there's not really a constant train of storms, yeah, it's going to be a bit more widespread. This is not really just for New York. This is really for the entire Northeast. There's always a flooding risk when you have stormy weather to deal with. So yeah, there is that flooding potential for tomorrow. Going after that, there's a very strong high pressure system in place. And this looks like it's going to be giving us nice weather. There we go. Nice weather for, looks better. All right, nice weather for Thursday, for Friday, and maybe even through the weekend. The high pressure system is, I don't think this is working out too well. Anyway, let's see if I can just get at least this side up. It's almost like a little, I probably have to get this one. I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. This is falling. It's holding up by the mirror. And then this is falling over here. I just put that off to the side for now. But, okay, lighting-wise, it doesn't look terrible. So, where was I? Oh, I probably have to get this one. This sun shield was for my very first car. It was a gift when I turned 16, and I actually got my first car when I was 15. It was old, it was kind of beaten up, so when I was 15, I was told, fix it up, you can drive it. It's kind of where I learned a lot about cars, was from that. and that was a 1996 Jeep Cherokee. That was my very first car. After that, second car was a 2013 Subaru Legacy. I also got that new, but it was a lease. Yeah, it's a slight chance. It is very low for a reason, because in the higher elevations, it's always less, and also the actual bulk of the precipitation, it looks like from the forecast models, is not really going north of the Hudson Valley. It's going to be Hudson Valley and south, really right around the New York City area, going into Long Island. That's where it looks like the heaviest precipitation will be. And Anthony, welcome. And yes, it looks like that's a sign of the El Nino transition. So we've been in this neutral phase with El Nino, La Nina, but we're going to be transitioning, it looks like, into El Nino. And that may be part of it, is this active Pacific. This is really the heart of the hurricane season right now. We're going late August into early September. I haven't actually done a tropical update video on YouTube because there hasn't been any tropical activity, thankfully. And it's all in the Pacific. There was one time where we were watching 4 tropical systems. There was a hurricane, 2 tropical storms, and a tropical depression out at the exact same time in the exact same line. It looked like they were all pretty much heading for Hawaii. And that was very active in the Pacific, not so much in the Atlantic, which is good for us here on the East Coast. But to answer your question, yes, it is a sign that the El Nino is starting with the more active Pacific, because essentially what happens with El Nino is it's warmer weather or warmer ocean temperatures. And Raymond, I'll get to that in a second, but essentially what an El Nino is right around the equator, right at that specific area in the Pacific Ocean, warmer ocean waters. What is the fuel source for a hurricane? Warm ocean water. So that's why we're seeing all this tropical activity in the Pacific, because of the warming of the waters, which is a sign that El Nino is starting. And going into the winter outlook, I'll do a bit more research on this and have a full winter outlook for you guys. But everything is saying it may be at or slightly above average. And El Nino really doesn't have to do directly with air temperatures. It's more so the ocean temperatures, whether it's below or above. And yes, I got your message about the climate change. I responded to that, I thought. But average, maybe above average winter in terms of temperature. Precipitation, I haven't looked at anything just yet with that. But usually with El Nino, there's history to go off of with the El Ninos and an El Nino winter. So we have that. Trying to keep the windows open here in the car so I don't bake to death or die of heat exposure, because the car got pretty hot even with a little sun shield, or I could sunbathe. Well, I gotta get a better one that actually fits the car. This one's not long enough because this is a very long windshield. My Jeep was actually narrower, and that's what this was for. It was for the Jeep. So, gotta get one of those. And also, again, for the winter, I'll have a full winter outlook video. So I wanted to keep this live stream about 10 minutes, so almost there. And let me just see if I missed anything with the comments. I think I saw everybody's. Yeah. So again, pretty much for the winter, it looks like we're going to have an above average in terms of temperature. I'll get back to you guys on the precipitation, if it's going to be above average in terms of precipitation too. But I believe the last El Nino winter we had was warm and wet, and that was warm enough that it wasn't snowing. There was a lot of that cold rain, which I don't really like. But Other channel updates. I'm gonna have tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get my weather podcast at the green screen again, just because it looks like it's. I had a plan with a friend to do a drone shoot, but I don't think I'm gonna be putting the drone up in the air if it's gonna be storming and rainy. So that'll be tomorrow. It looks like I'll be trying to get that back up, and then for Thursday, it kind of looks like the schedule. Tuesdays, Games and Storms live stream. Unfortunately, it can't happen today because I'm in the middle of my lunch shift at work, and I'm going to be working through the night, or through the early part of the night. Then Wednesdays is the weather podcast, whether it's inside, at the green screen, outside, somewhere around. Thursdays usually is cars. So this Thursday, I'm going to try and get a car video. I think I'm back. Okay. A while on the internet just cut out. But anyway, I'm going to have that tuner car video come up because I have a tuned car right now. Maybe stage 2's coming